Ladies and gentlemen, military honors will now continue to playing of the house. It is customary to place your right hand over
Christine, Chris, Angel, Duran, you know how fun your friends are by having aliases. I knew her as Angel. The joy and privilege of being her pastor for many years and motorcycle buddy as well. And so again, thank you to come here in this special place to honor her life, to honor her service. All those who have served, thank you. Thank you. A brief encouragement. You may be familiar. It's a common, fairly common hymn, a fairly common psalm. It is Psalm 23. And many of you may know it by heart. Sometimes when we recite these psalms, sometimes we forget the meaning built within it. And it begins, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want," meaning, sometimes we forget, I shall not be in a state of want.
Family and friends, that does conclude our service. On behalf of to celebrate the life of our beloved sister Angel, Chris Duran. She was the youngest of 5 children born to my mother and father, Tito and Esmeralda Duran. With her vibrant spirit, she was the epitome of resilience and much, much more. If anybody knew her like we did, expect the unexpected, because that's who she was. So she was the epitome of resilience.
She was a big sister to us all, so we'd go with her, pile in the car. All of us, Chris, my niece Lala, Duran, we would go roller skating right over here at Roller Grandma, Valley Hill. So my niece Lala and so Chris was always her and Lala were always the bullies. I mean, they would start all the fights at school. They stood up to everybody. But anyway, I have to share you. So it was so weird when I first came here and I went downstairs and I met Laura. And so I went down there to go take a tray, and when I went down the stairs, it was so weird. I said, Angel, like that, and it was just like, oh, she's here. You know, and I said, Angel. And then I said, she's not here. You know, but she's here. And so that was strange. So I was just gonna say, whenever you see, well, she always called me, my mom's name was Della. So when you would see Chris, anytime you would see her from far away and she saw you, she'd get so happy, she'd always go, Mella, Wella! And I could hear her from a mile away, and then she would come and hug. But I just had all of them, you know, childhood memories of her, and then her going into her business and doing everything. But I'm gonna miss her, and
lived with us for a long time in her life. I like to describe her as a model day for herself, because every person in this room knew her at a different stage in her life, where she was one thing or another, whether it's positive or negative, but her most important goal at the end of the day was as God's daughter. So that's the most important thing. But with that being said, because she lived with us a lot of times in life, she grew up with me more like a big sister, where we fought like sisters, we loved like sisters. I never had a big sister, but she was so good with those things I had too. She taught me a lot. She was notorious for her nicknames. I think she had a nickname for every single person in this room. To know her was to know her by one of her many nicknames. For me, she called me Balula. My brother was Boogerly, and like Cam said, every time she see you, she called you from a mile away. It didn't matter where she was at, who she was around, whatever. That just was her spirit. So she was a special, unique individual who taught me a lot. Lots of it.
She didn't like being called Chris. I think she felt that that part of her life was behind her, and she went forth as Angel. You heard it said that God sent me to her, but I see it the other way around. We met in a time of my life when I needed somebody, and Lord, yeah. found our home church here. But we frequented other churches, and she helped in the churches that were in our community. She made sure they had food. She just blessed as many people as she could. I just thank you for coming out. She loved everybody.
And I knew her as all kinds of things. She referred to me as meters. And she spoke about everybody to me. In her last days, I did not know she was as sick as she was. She found out and just took a dive. But I loved her. And the things I remember about her was back in junior high school, we were running track. And she saw this hole in the ground, and she was always curious about everything. Angel was into everything. So I'm walking off the run, and she is too, and we're going around in circles, and all of a sudden she calls me, and I look back, and she has her legs stuck in the pipe in the ground. She's telling me, I can't get out, I can't get out. I was laughing so hard, but I went and told one of the teachers, and they called the fire department. Lo and behold, she had all these ambulances, the fire department, police, everybody around her trying to get her out of that hole. She finally made it out. To make a long story short, she came over my house one day and she was crying about her family, saying that she wished they were more on fire for the Lord. Well, this was a few years back. And I just remember her talking and crying. She just so bad was crying to the Lord in front of me that she wanted each one of you to continue to walk with the Lord. In her last days, she was so worried about Erin. And she would tell me, I'm worried about Erin, and I'm on her body. And I started telling her, what do you know that I don't know? Well, obviously she was sicker than what she was laying on to believe. And now we know why she was worried about Erin. And Erin, we're all here for you if you need anything.
No, separate, just a table. So I'm just taking pictures of the tables. He's adorable. And Della was right.
The right one.
Do something else. We might not ever get this. Have a